Greetings, fellow treasure hunters and ruin delvers. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to V Rising. Episode 16, Exploring the Ruins of Mortium for Stygian Shards. Delicious! If you follow the, black streaks in the sky, for lack of a better term, these things, it will show you where you need to attack. So there's a channeler over to my north. And it's also worth, trying to find high percent blood for Draculan. The TLDR of Draculan blood would be, it makes you better at hunting at night, which would be the long and short of it. But it's a good blood to have on tap, let's say. No thanks. I don't want your blood beam from the sky. I had mentioned, but for caster types, ball lightning is pretty handy. Oh god. Misclick. Heal faster than they're killing me! And there we go. I broke the seal, and all around the ground are these shards that I can pick up as currency. Think of it as like a new resource type. That was a close fight, but all's well that ends well. The other advantage of being in the zone is it's kind of like perpetual nighttime. As you may have noticed, it's like middle of the day right now, and I'm fine. So once I heal up a little bit more, I'll go after the next prophet. But these shards are the resource that we're primarily after. These river beasts are pretty gnarly. Ooh, I got my first ancestral weapon. Nice! He's got like 1 HP. Yeehaw! Sniped. Ow! Yeah, don't let these guys catch you. As I mentioned, they are pretty gnarly. broken. And then we have the Lesser Blood Souls released in the middle, which I'll deal with in just a moment.
You're looking a little hot-blooded. Let me cool you off.
You can think of these guys as like mini bosses. Ow. And she is rightfully messing me up. Oh, you even canceled my channel. Rude. And I'm down. Now, what is interesting about being downed from them, and I'll show you here in just a moment, is because they're like a world boss, killed by unknown. Because they're a world boss, they behave a little bit differently than the normal mobs. So in this case, it's actually kind of useful to die to them. Not that I wanted to. I won't lie. I also could have, of course... Ooh, 86% Draculan blood. I am gonna take a quick pit stop. Or not. Where the hell did you go? Okay. Never mind. So the reason they're different is because these bosses can, like, these dudes can be contested. Their health doesn't reset. So as you can see, they're still as hurt as I left them off, more or less.
You've got one chance to run. It's going to get a lot more difficult in a moment.
But then once the timer on the Rift incursion is over, any benefit is, like, any bonus that you can get from that is gone. You stop doing that. Oh my god. She hits like such a truck. Stop hurting me. No, stay away from me.
Freeze.
No, you freeze. And down she goes. Again, inelegantly, but a win's a win's a win. And the rift is now closed, having cleared it. I also got some ancestral weapons, which I can't do anything with yet, but that is another game mechanic that will eventually unlock. Essentially, you repair these weapons, and they can't be made from scratch. You repair these weapons, and you gain whatever abilities that come with it. So, like, if I repair this, Great Cleaver, Blood Infused hits inflict leech. So it's a way for you to, like, if you like a specific ability, you can, you know, fine-tune a weapon to it, etc. Alright, that rift is cleared. What do you want me to do next is up to you. There are still V-Bloods that are within my matched level. There's 4 of them. And then I could go blood hunting for servants. I could try to improve my gear. Improve my gear would likely mean trying to get more scrolls so that I can unlock stuff through the study. But yeah, feel free to vote. It was fun to do a rift, and when I'm getting home, I'm planning on building one of those altars, so they can show you at least one of the ways you can use these shards. So for now, these ancestral weapons are just going to be put aside. I don't really have a use for them right now. We do have 2 servants to be sent out. That I haven't forgotten about. So Fangface came back with fish bones, oils, books, fish. He was the one sent out in the fish trip. And I think, as long as he's not wounded, I'm going to send him out to fish again. Yeah, he's not wounded. Because, you know, having someone regularly collect fish is nice. And then they were sent out to the copper mines. They're also not wounded. Maybe I'll send them for bones? Done. At this point, I don't have use of paper anymore. I have all of the blueprints uncovered. So my paper can be mixed with coarse thread to make scrolls so that I can unlock more stuff. But in the study... Oh. Shoot, I have both these blueprints. Never mind. We have a lot of sawdust, so with the coarse thread we have, I should be able to make some scrolls and unlock some new stuff. Let's see. That's a lot of fish. Taking a look at my prisoners, 0 misery and 9 misery. So the one at 9 misery will feed a rainbow trout to, and then they should be at 0 misery, and then the rest of their diets will just be rats to heal up. Fat Goby also heals them up 100%, but I'd rather... honestly, I'm going to press all my Fat Goby, because I'd rather have the fish bones. Because Fat Goby just heals. It does not remove misery. And I can heal with rats, and I'd much rather have the fish bones. So, fish bones for alchemy. And speaking of which, let's go ahead and get a new batch of buffs. So, ferocity, brew, garlic, sun. And then if I'm going to be clearing V-Bloods, I also really need to make a holy resistance potion. So, I'll grab the reagents for that as well, which is sunflower, grave dust, and a bottle. Making sure that there's plenty of room on the container here. Alright, clearing up my inventory. Oh, I should have kept the rats. They're not hurt enough. Well, I should feed a few rats to them before I forget. Because it's, speaking from experience, it's pretty devastating when you, accidentally kill one of your, like, 100% bloods. So you... 2 rats. 2 rats, that should be enough. What is the red heart? What red heart? Okay, so I have all my potions that I need. Going forwards. And I'll just keep them on me until I need to consume them. Oh, and the blood press? An exquisite heart, probably? I mean, there's a bunch of hearts, but an exquisite heart, I'm assuming? Okay, let's see. You guys want me to hunt new V-Blood? But I did want to build the altar first, so let's go ahead and collect 12 iron, a ruby, and greater blood essence. To show off what the Stygian Shards can do. So this isn't the only use case for shards. And let me hide the pull. If I had 14 more shards, I'd be able to unlock tier 1. So it gives you passive abilities. So like blood spray, critical strikes leech 5% health, and there's a 25% chance to spawn a blood orb when killing a target affected by leech. And there's a bunch of different tier 1 passives, tier 2 passives, and tier 3 passives, depending on the amount of shards that you have. This is not the only use case for the Stygian Shards. Here, as you can see, there's a Stygian Summoning Circle, so that's a different use case for shards, and so on and so forth. I don't want to get too far into the spoilers, but it's a new, well, not new, but it's new since release, alchemical reagent to farm for passives, which can be really handy. So if you're struggling in the game, but you're high enough level to go to the Rift events, you can farm the Rift events to become passively stronger as you grind through, you know, shard collection. And then before I leave, paper press. Let's see, what are we gonna get? Come on, Magus! No! Garden planters! Boo! Not what I wanted. Elegant trellises if I wanted trellises, but I really don't. Oh well. So we'll just keep making scrolls. But also, it's worth remembering that, you know, silver can be used for blueprints, and you can farm certain mobs for blueprints and stuff like that. Okay. Hunt new V-Blood. So let's kill Terra. She's the next lowest. And we already know where she is, because I had messed with her before. Or gotten up to her, I should say. So she's here in the Bedrock Pass. She is, however, now that I think about it, not someone you should fight during the day. Because she's completely out in the open. So... scratch that. We're gonna go after General Cassius. Because Jade is a patroller and Raziel... actually, we could go after Raziel. So Raziel's here in the Dunley Monastery. Yeah. And that's something that we can do during the day. Because the monastery, you know, has a roof. and I'm right next to it. So the bonus for killing Raziel is a jewel crafter table and some wooden stairs plus blood spell point. Now, what's unique about this area, see this little cross symbol? This area is basically radioactive for vampires, which is why you need the Holy Resistance Potion, which gives you Holy Resistance so that you don't just, like, melt your face in that area. So I'm sucking out all my boons now. But without the Holy Resistance Potion that we got off of the Bright Archer, like, we would not be able to be in here even a little bit, because it would just, we would get dotted to death really fast. But luckily, one Holy Resistance Potion, and we are fine. You think I'm here for money? Lady, I'm a vampire. I want to suck your blood. Now, I really like Scholar Blood. I'm hoping to find good Scholar Blood while I'm here, but we'll see. I like the idea that I'm hiding behind one of these, like, radioactive crosses to protect me from the sun. Hey, Firelord! How's it going today? I only caught the second half of your RimWorld stream. I hope it went well. Or the lurked for a little bit, I should say. These enemies are a bit different than the ones we faced before, where they have, like, long-channeled abilities, which can be interrupted. So if you don't like the Devoted, just get up in their face and tell them, leave me alone, and they'll leave you alone. I do find it funny that if you're after Scourge Stone, the monastery is, like, not an unreasonable place to farm for it. It's like, why is your sanctified dead, like, all scourged here? Ooh, there's a 75 scholar. Maybe I'll send him home for his blood. Rude. Don't interrupt. Because I haven't used my Dust Collar yet, and I would love to. So he's the healthiest one in this pack. Ow. Hold still. And this is a good demonstration of Dust Collar. So I can just hit 6 or use the item. It summons a swarm of bats.
Right at home.
And whoosh, he is now in the prison that I have built. Very, very easy. So these nuns are, like, annoying as hell to kill because they're healers and they heal the crap out of everyone. So focusing on them is kind of paramount. Speaking of which, I definitely don't have the right spell for that. So, like, spell nuke abilities are useful here, so you can nuke them. Like that. Because otherwise they'll just keep healing each other infinitely. And maybe I'll keep the ball lightning for the boss fight too. You can see ball lightning when you use like the swords whirlwind has some synergy where you keep them in one area and you're just doing a lot of AoE damage. Oh, there's an 88 scholar here. You know what? I'm gonna switch blood to him. I'm gonna lure him out here and switch. Obviously, it would have been better to send him home, but my prison cell now has that 75er, or whatever they were exactly, so I can't send this 88 home.
My blood, restore my body.
Okay. So, increase spell power, increase spell cooldown recovery rate, and spell life leech. There's an 82 none here too. All right, you know what? It's fine. I don't want these guys interrupting my boss fight, so I'm going to use my special ability on them. And then just kind of wait for the cooldown. So we've got 85 seconds until I have Crimson Beam. So let's just look for trouble. The Raziel the Shepherd's inside the monastery, so I'm just spending a minute resource farming, waiting for that cooldown. I like how this villager... Oh, you're not even a nun, you're just a villager. Barely looked up as like I whirlwinded into her face. She couldn't be bothered. And of course, I would find 2 higher blood qualities right after I summon one in. That's just how it goes. Because prison cells aren't particularly expensive, it's not a terrible idea just to have a bunch of prison cells ready and available. You know, 3, 4, 5, you know, whatever. Because they're just a little bit of reinforced planks and iron. It ain't too costly. And I could have done that, I just didn't. But now you know why I should. Okay, spells are off cooldown, more or less. This entire place, well, let's blood check. 64 is the highest, but they're all nuns. They're not going to get involved. So, Raziel, you're up. How about no?
Find repentance in death.
So you can see why I'm using the ball of lightning on him, because he likes to stand around a lot and channel abilities. With that said, the Reaper weapon that I have not yet made is also really good against channelers like this, because the Reaper weapons has a special attack that's very effective against these kind of idiots. Oh, that hurt.
Kneel before the light.
Oh, God. Don't beam me, bruh! And down he goes.
Multiply! This cannot be.
I feel stronger.
Oh, great. The only book I get is one I already know. Pendant of the Dawn Runner. Oh, really? I happen to already have that. Bummer. Scholars have a pretty high drop rate for paper. So I know what this looks like. I'm just clearing the women out of my harem. These ladies are in for an electrifying experience. All right, line up. Oh, one of them dropped like a sun potion too. And needless to say, if I didn't have my Holy Resistance potion on, like, I would be losing health like crazy to this, these religious iconography. Alright, so as a result of that, I gained a new spell. So you guys can choose between Blood Fountain, which is like Vampire Fondue. Summons a Pillar of Blood that heals allies for 50% of your spell power. The pillar erupts after 1.2 seconds, inflicting leech and magical damage, and more healing. Veil of Blood, which is a dash ability. Next primary attack it heals, triggers a Nova of Blood that deals magic damage and drains health, inflicts leech. And then Sanguine Coil. Launches projectile that leeches, essentially. Kind of like the Shadow Bolt. But Shadow Bolt's a 185 single target, and this is this has 3 charges. So the other thing that has multiple charges would be like Corrupted Skull. So Corrupted Skull I can cast like once and then twice. So Sanguine Coil cast 3 times. Same sort of idea. Alright, is this my horse? No, they must have killed my horse. Because I don't think I left my horse here, did I? Oh, there's gonna be... Well, I'd kill someone if they killed my horse, but I think I've already been there, done that. They're all dead. Maybe I did leave... No, yeah, I did leave my horse there. That's Max. I think. I hope. Yep.
Secrets of the sanguine world, speak to me.
Well, the entry guards have already respawned. And you all about coil. I'll put that as my primary. And use it next chance I get. So killing him gave me the jewel crafting table. We might as well build that while I get home. And then after I build that, I'll have you guys vote for the next priority. So if you want me to kill any of the V-Blood, feel free. It is about to be daytime. And the reason I mention that is Terra kind of sucks to attack during the daytime, as does Jade a little bit, but Cassius I can attack during the daytime. Jade is possible to attack during daytime, but like Terra you should definitely not attack during the day, because she's like way out in the open. You're just gonna get sunburned to hell. There's no way of avoiding that. Okay, wow, I've walked away with a lot of stuff. So I don't have enough silver to afford anything new, unfortunately. Nice. A lot more copper, though. Copper allows you to make whetstones. So, like, copper plus stone dust equals whetstone. So let's just make a batch of whetstone. Because I was kind of low. And then I did want to make the jewel table. So that's 8 scorched stone. I have 7 of the 8. And I'm going to grind some of these bones down for grave dust as well. Scorched stone is one of those things, like, I find that I always need, no matter what. And next priority will be hunt another bee blood. Got it. In fact, I'm going to leave that in there. Okay. So we've got the scorched stone. I need the blood essence, and I have the dust already. Can I make extra prison cells? Yeah, I would have had it was voted on. So the jewel crafting table allows you to make jewels for your abilities using iron. Well, at my level, using iron and the associated colored gemstone. So, let's see here. I'm going to make sure that I have all the jewels that I can have unlocked, or used. And then maybe what I'll do is I'll make a sanguine coil one, because I just unlocked sanguine coil. There we go. Hitting a target affected by leech deals bonus damage and increases the maximum charges by 1. I'm going to make 1 more. Hitting a target and ally healing is increased. I like the second one. So I'm going to equip the second one. And then salvage the first one. So you can always recover some of your spent materials. Not much, but some of your spent materials through salvage. So now my sanguine coil, if they are leeched, will do bonus damage and do more healing. It's not bad. Our Pen of the Dawn Runner, I know I have to shred. I got some snow herb. So now my snow plants are full. My snow flowers are the planter for that. I can keep planting more if I want. But I was trying to have one of these large planters per. Good stuff. And I think I will go ahead and make an extra prison chamber, just so that if I find better blood sources, I can make use of it. Even if it wasn't necessarily voted on. So I need 1 more plank. And we're getting to the point where I have, like, tons and tons and tons of wooden planks, well beyond, like, what I need. So it's not necessarily ridiculous to stop picking those resources up, or have a dedicated box, or, you know, find some alternative use case for them. For things like plant fiber and planks, you might just end up with way more than you possibly need. Here is the Devoted Scholar. And he's going to need some rats shoved into his face before I can drain him. Ooh, I have just enough scrolls. Yeah! Wow, that's lucky. I got Dark Magus. Nice! So let's go ahead and get another Dark Magus piece. That's 3 of 4. Fantastic. Which gives us gear level +1, and then the full set gives spell leech. Wow, that was really lucky. What's also really lucky is having a full set means that my followers, once I have excess materials, will be able to benefit the same way. Alright, so you guys wanted me to hunt a boss. It is about to be nighttime, so let's go kill Terra. Oh, before I kill Terra, let's shove rats into his face. Do full 5. It takes a while to eat rats, so that's why it's useful to, like, queue them up ahead of time. Thank you for tuning in to V Rising, which originally streamed live on Twitch. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow vampires.